It is 6:29 p.m., which means this time for your daily dose of acid rain. Once again, I am back in Breath of the Wild, staring suspiciously at this rock. Look at that face. Look how serious it is about staring at this rock. And that's because it's a suspicious rock. Welcome to Yahaha, You Found Me, the game. I am spending my life, far too much of my life, playing Breath of the Wild and trying to find all of the Korok seeds. Every single one. There shall be not a single one left standing. All the Koroks will be out in the open where they belong. What's-his-face will get his seeds back. I don't know why all his Korok friends stole them from him in the first place. I'm not helping you with anything, bro. I mean, I'll kill that guy, but it wasn't because I was helping you. It was just because that's my prerogative. To murder people who I find obnoxious. So yeah, here we are. Back in the world of Breath of the Wild. Back in Hyrule. As it is depicted here. Hyrule is a very malleable location, I must say. Nintendo has really done strange things with Legend of Zelda. I was thinking about it the other day. Mario... There are Marios that have slightly different aesthetics. You know, like Galaxy's aesthetic versus, like, Sunshine's aesthetic. But in the end, they all very much feel like Mario. So I'll just, you know, you pick it up and you're like, this is a Mario game. You know, you can just tell. It just feels like Mario. This... Zelda's not really like that. Zelda sort of bounces around way more than any other series. You just never know what a Zelda's going to look like. You got a Wind Waker, which is cartoony as all get out. And then you got Twilight Princess, which is like super serious town. The whole Toon aesthetic versus Ocarina of Time aesthetic. I mean, there's just a ton of variables when it comes to Zelda, what Zelda looks like, what looks like Zelda. And the same with Hyrule, right? Like, this Hyrule is completely different from other Hyrules and other entries in the series. And so it really does make you wonder what makes them decide to make something a Zelda game. You know, whether the ideas they have for aesthetics, for looks, for monsters, for all of it, really come from wanting to make a Zelda game. You know, it's like, oh, we need to make a Zelda game, let's come up with a new aesthetic. Or if it's something where they just come up with stuff and then decide to make it a Zelda game. Because that's the way it feels for certain. Unlike Mario, which feels very certain, other than, of course, the Super Mario Bros. 2, which was actually that, where they meant to make it something else and then just made it a Mario game at the end. Was that only for America as well? I don't remember. No, I think that's just, in general, that game is just a Mario game for no reason. I don't remember if there's any Legend of Zeldas that are like that, where they're like, were never meant to be a Zelda game and just sort of turned out that way. Pretty sure the Zelda games are a bit more intentional than that, since it is such a big franchise and everything. Okay, which of these trees do I want to waste my time climbing? Because it's raining, which means it's going to be difficult, which sucks for everyone involved. Where's my climbing clothes? This is a feature that I think this game could have done better. The armor feature. Oh, that tree over there is way thicker. I'm going to go with the thick tree. That seems like the way to go. So the problem with the armor feature, in my opinion, there's no, like, quick select, right? So, like, switching between armors is pretty much a necessary part of the game. Like, there are definitely times where you want to be wearing the swimming armor instead of the climbing armor, or the attacking armor, or the defense armor. You know, there are lots of different... Clearly, they want you to be switching armors with relative frequency. But they really don't make it easy to do that. Like, it's inconvenient. You have to open up your inventory, and then find the armor that you want, and then equip each individual piece of that set of armor. There really needs to be like a quick select, either like a wheel type of thing, where you don't have to open up the menu and you can just say, okay, here's like my pre-made armor set that I'm gonna equip, that I always like to equip type of thing. Or just make it to where when you have all 3 pieces of a set of armor, there's an option to just click a button and you put on all pieces of a single set of armor. Otherwise, it's just obnoxious. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, going that way. Got it. Got it. That's a meme. I memed at you. Did you like it? Was it fun? Was it fun for you? Did you enjoy the memeing? It happened. Die. Ugh. This was a fun one. I enjoyed this puzzle. There was a shrine puzzle there, where you had to dash through all the windy gusts and go to a certain... You had to basically bomb a bunch of walls to free the... It was a good time, you know? The shrine quests were fun. If only there was just more of that and less of wandering around the wilderness constantly. I'm not a fan. I am not a huge fan of this game. I will admit, the first, 30 hours or so were fun. But it very quickly, compared to the size that it is, very quickly sort of loses its luster and becomes very routine and boring, basically. I think they really should have made this game less than half the size that it is. I think that would have worked better. And there you are. How did you even lift that, little Korok? Did you crawl underneath? Were you expecting your Korok friend who's looking for you to lift that? Like, why? Why are you little things hiding in these random places? It seems like a poor choice on your part. Okay, sorry for the sudden jumps. My roommates are gonna be in and out, it seems, for now. They just came home and then left again. So I had to take a little break to not disturb them and their guests. More of their guests than them. They had people over, and that doesn't make the best party atmosphere. You know, having someone just blabbering constantly the entire time you have your friends over doesn't exactly make for the best community conversation. So I'm back. It's me. I mean, I guess you probably didn't miss me because I probably just edited this in directly after the first part of this whole situation. But for me, it's been like 30 minutes. So, weird. The weird abilities of video editing. I mean, I don't do any of it, really. Video editing. That's why, that's why this is a for fun YouTube channel and not a making tons of dough YouTube channel. Because I don't edit anything. Like, ever. It's pretty ridiculous. All the best YouTube channels out there. The reasons they're great. I mean, obviously, being a good stage presence and, being a good humor person. Humor person? Sure. Humor person. Ah, this couple. This is the weirdest thing. This guy is now dating this tiny, tiny fish girl. He's into it. He's real into it. Kind of creepy, but probably legal. I mean, fish people. Who knows how they age, right? Let's just assume it's legal and hope for the best. But yeah. What was I talking about? Right, editing. Video editing. Having a good editor. If you want to start a YouTube channel, if you want to make a successful Let's Play channel, you want to make a successful whatever channel you're trying to make your YouTube career out of, it's all about the editing, right? Having a good editor, having a funny, creative editor will get you further than anything else. Which is why I just do this for fun. Because editing is boring, and I don't like to do it. I like playing games, and I like talking while I play games. Thus, I have a talk while I play video games channel. And not a channel that, would make money potentially. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter. You're bitter. You're probably bitter about it. Did I mark off that one I just did? I did, didn't I? Whatever. I'm sure I will notice whenever I go there and there's straight up a Korok seed on top of it. This shield looks awesome. So, there's this whole set of gear you can get in this game. The royal gear. It's all found in Hyrule. It's only found in Hyrule Castle. It's black. And it's all very fragile, apparently. But, like, half of the black gear I got, one of the bonuses it had, so this is an update thing. I don't think this was originally in the game, but after the update, there was this whole thing where different pieces of equipment could potentially have boosted stats, essentially. Oh, hello. Really obvious thing that I somehow missed. Yeah, so you can have weapons, armor, shields, all that stuff with boosted abilities. And so a lot of my black stuff, which the whole point is it's really strong, but it's really breakable. It breaks really fast. And they give it to you at the very end of the game, so that's why it's okay that it breaks really fast, because you don't even have that much gameplay left. But yeah, the thing is, a lot of the stuff I got that's that type of thing actually has the durability up bonus, so it ends up sort of canceling itself out until I can just use it. It's pretty great. Hello, Varadunia, or whatever the heck your name was. Giant lizard thing with a face hugger mouth. It's got a friggin' face hugger mouth. Have you never noticed that? It opens up with like 4 different things. Is there any like basis for that? Why is that a thing? Like, you see it a lot in sci-fi. The monsters where their mouths open up, and instead of like just opening up in one direction, it opens up in 4 directions, or like even more directions than that. Where is that based off of? Is that based on nature, or is that just based on people being like, what if a mouth didn't open in 2 directions? It opened like more than 2 directions. Well, how crazy would that be? Is that all that is? Because it makes me wonder if that is just completely made up and not based on like some bizarre form of wildlife. Like, I wonder who was the first person to be like, this is a possibility. Or like, this is something you can make look awesome and terrifying. Have you guys ever seen The Thing? I just watched The Thing the other day. Movie about Antarctica and monsters as aliens, whatever. It's crazy. I don't know if I would say it's a good movie. It's a classic, though, so I guess it must be good. But it's like, the monster in it, they just kind of go ham with the practical effects and the really gross practical effects. Like, I mean, they just flesh everywhere. Weird, gooey, bloody flesh, specifically. Not just like human flesh. No, they go all out with the gore. It's really quite absurd. Ah, man. Now I'm falling. Curse you, rain. Curse you, weather. If only the game reflected real life weather. If only it did like a Pokemon Go thing where it takes the weather based on like your current location. Because then, since I live in California, Southern California specifically, it would never rain in game. And I could just play to my heart's content, climbing things, never worrying about the weather. It would just always be sunny. It would never snow, never be anything except sunshine and rainbows. Wouldn't that be nice? A lot of people don't like that. Like, I hear a lot of California people, because I'm not from California, from Oklahoma. So, to me, the whole, like, sunny all the time thing, I mean, I don't really like sunny weather, specifically. I'm more of a cloudy man myself. But, the fact that it's sunny all the time and doesn't vary much doesn't really bother me. It's not like I walk outside and I'm like, ugh, sunny again. You know? Like, I'm fine with it being sunny. I'd just rather it be cloudy, but I'd just rather be cloudy all the time anyway. I don't know. The whole variable weather thing, to me, doesn't seem that great. Doesn't seem like that wonderful of a thing to never know what the weather's going to be like when you step outside. Like, the fact that the weather's basically always the same here seems totally... Oh, up. Okay, no, it's nothing. Though there was a breakable wall. It was not. It doesn't really seem like that big of a deal to me. But I also haven't lived here my entire life, so that would probably be a part of it. Okay, it's probably behind this waterfall somewhere. I didn't see it, though. Hello? Wow, that is a very tall waterfall. There's like a little platform there, but I'm pretty sure there used to be a treasure chest there. We'll see. Nope. There we go. No! Freaking open your... Gosh dang it. And then it's freaking raining, so it's going to take forever to climb. Ugh. Why couldn't you have just gotten in here faster? Link. Okay. Well, this clearly isn't going to work. The whole waterfall glider thing, where it's like, oh, anytime you go into waterfall, your glider just goes away. I hate it. Not a fan. Is it on this bridge somewhere? Ah, what is that noise? Ugh, it's freaking Yiga clan. Go wet. You know what? I don't have time for your nonsense, actually. See ya. So that's how the ancient arrows work, in case you've never used them. Oh, here we go. They kill any enemy that's not a guardian instantly, and not a boss, I guess. I don't know if it works on bosses, actually. Never tried it. I mean, it works on Lionels. Lionels disappear immediately, but I've never tried it on like a Hinox or a Talos, so I don't know what goes down there. But on any just basic enemy, even a Lionel, if you shoot it with an ancient arrow, it dies immediately, one hit, no problem. But it also sucks up all of their equipment into some sort of black hole. So, if you're fighting a Lionel, and you don't want to be fighting a Lionel, just shoot it with an ancient arrow. Just be aware that when you do, you're not getting any of its equipment. So if you're running really strong equipment, shooting with ancient arrows is the actual wrong thing, the worst possible thing you could do. These doses are just very informative. Ah, good. One of these tree things that I apparently missed. So, fun fact about the tree thing. I actually learned about it, not of my own volition, a little bit after I'd already started playing the game. Like, I'd already played quite a bit of the game before I realized what was going on with these. Did I do this wrong? I think I did this wrong. I definitely did. Gosh dang it. So this is a problem, right? There's no easy way to make fruit respawn, unfortunately. I've looked it up several times because of this exact phenomena where it's like something happens and I don't end up getting the tree stuff that I wanted to happen. And from what I've read and things, the easiest thing to do is just run around and do something else. If you have to, I think it's like the Blood Moon will definitely bring it back, I think, is the thing. But obviously that's annoying to wait for. And then I think sometimes it'll come back on its own. Just like if you've been away for long enough, and if you've like turned off the game. Yeah, I don't really know the exact details, and I don't know that anyone really knows the exact details. But there's something going on there. If you wonder why I keep suddenly pausing, it's because, like I said, my roommate's gonna be back sometime relatively soon. And I keep hearing noises that I think are him coming back and like unlocking the door. And then I realize that it's actually just people upstairs above me walking, or children outside yelling. Which I don't know why there are children outside at this time of night. Jeez Louise, parents, control your children. My goodness, don't let them run around at 8 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Have a curfew or something. Come on. Oh, I see it. I see what needs happening. I explored so much of this tower, and I did not see either of these, and that makes me very sad. I don't know why I hit that rock a second time. Really didn't need to happen. Is that all you have to say to me? Wahaha and none of those guys ever talk to me. They're never like, oh, thank goodness you found me. I've been hiding there for ages. Ugh, you know, they're always just like, yeah, haha, you found me. And then they disappear. Should really be more grateful that I'm giving them air for the first time in 400 hours at the very least. I mean, even assuming that they started hiding not before I started the game, but right as I started the game. Still been hiding for 400 hours. That's some dedication. That is some dedication to, not to mention 400 hours is like, what would that be? Probably like 100 in-game days at least. Probably more than that. I can't say specifically. I don't remember how long an in-game day is, but it's not very long. It might even be like an hour. So yeah, 400 days, a year. It's been a year, I would say, in-game, since Link started his quest to save Zelda. He's just been running around for a year. Almost never sleeping. Never really eating either, unless he needs it. Link's a tough boy. You know, he doesn't give up easy. He's got some crazy stamina. Probably really good in bed. See, there's a very good chance that Link is quite adept at the romantic arts. Link, best boy, 2018, confirmed. Other Links from other Zelda games, you know, not so great. Okay, there's a Korok right there. Guess there's another Korok? I always get very suspicious and nervous whenever there's another Korok right next to a Korok. Because it means, first of all, I might have marked the wrong one to where the one I actually need is, you know, elsewhere. Still going to be nearby, but also it just makes me wonder if I mismarked or misread things. But I'd say there's probably another one around here. There's enough going on. Wouldn't surprise me too terribly. Terribly. Is this another one of those ones where you gotta start somewhere else? Sort of seems that way, doesn't it? Doing 3 hours of these is more difficult than you'd think. Normally I only record for like an hour, 2 hours. So expanding that by double takes a toll. You know, it does things. So I'm kind of okay with the fact that my roommate's interrupting at this point. It's fine. Totally okay. Okay, seriously, where is this thing? Where you at? You're not here. You're not over there. So where are you? You can't hide from me forever. I will find you eventually. Man. Playing hard to get. Playing hard to get isn't actually cool. No one actually wants you to play hard to get, man. People want you to play easy to get. People want you to be easy to find. That is the ideal. Alright? You know, if I'm into you, if you're a girl, or a guy, I guess, but I'm more into girls. If you're a girl, and I am into you, I do not need you to play hard to get. You know, I do not need you to pretend to not like me if you actually like me. You can just be honest that you like me, and voila, relationships. And you know, if I don't like you and you like me, acting like you don't like me is not going to make me like you. Just throwing that out there. It's not how it works. It's not how me I mean, that's maybe just me. Maybe there's a lot of people out there who are into that and who will totally become more attracted to you the more unavailable you make yourself seem. But not me. It's not really my thing. Is this it? What's that? Have I already... Let's put a beacon over there and see what happens. That's way too far away. That's definitely a completely different thing. It's somewhere like in this area where this like arch is. But it might not be on top of the arch. Hello? Mr. Korok, sir. Where art thou, Sir Korok? Sir Korok? Korok's a fun word. It's weird that they're in this game. It's interesting what Zelda sort of lore they decided to stick in this game. Because you got, like, Ocarina of Time type stuff everywhere, of course. But then you've also got, like, Skyward Sword type stuff with, like, the Bokoblins and the Moblins. It's a very Skyward Swordy type thing. And not to mention the Wind Wakery type stuff with, like, the Ritos and the Koroks. Those are both specifically Wind Wakery things. I guess those two are really the weirdest ones. Because those are... Oh, okay. Just dive in there. Those are very specifically Wind Waker... or not enemies, friends. Like, they made those up for Wind Waker and then they just use them. Does this game have any original characters in it? I'm trying to think. I mean, okay. I mean, it has a ton of original NPCs. But they're not really interesting or important. They're just there. In fact, I would say this game suffers from sort of overpopulation when it comes to NPCs. It makes it so that no one of them really stands out or is memorable. Like, when I think about NPCs in this game, you've got, like, the warriors, right? But they're all just, you know, things we've seen before. We've seen Gorons. We've seen... Ah, there you are. Found it. We've seen Gorons. We've seen Ritos. We've seen Gerudos. Zoras. It's all very common. Although the Zoras do look interesting in this game. They look sort of Twilight Princess-y, I guess. But that's what I'm talking about. It's just a weird sort of... See, I had the wrong... See, if I'd put it over here, it would have made more sense to me. A weird sort of collaboration of various Zelda properties. I don't know how they chose. Like, why did they chose to put the Koroks in and not the Kokiri from Ocarina of Time? I don't know. Why not both? Why not just put everything in here? Make it a Smash Ultimate type situation where everyone is here. There's no Malon type character, which makes me sad. It's actually very sad, actually. The whole Lon Lon Ranch not being a part of this game is depressing. I mean, it's here. Like, it's actually, you can actually find it in Hyrule Field, just like you would in Ocarina of Time. But it's all destroyed and just completely wiped out. It's ruins. And there's no Lon Lons anywhere. There's no Malon, Talon. Malon? Talon? I never knew how to pronounce their names. The Mario Luigi clones. They're not here. Makes me sad. But I guess to be fair, I don't think there were really characters like that in Twilight Princess either. But that's what I'm talking about. It's weird how which characters the Nintendo staff have decided deserve to be recurring characters and which don't. And I don't know how long Nintendo's going to be able to maintain this storyline wherein they're trying to make it more interesting, and they did a good job with this one. Although it's kind of weird because the storyline really doesn't have anything to do with the gameplay at all for the most part. Like, there's this whole really very good, solid storyline involving Zelda, you know, not being able to access her powers, and it's sort of this whole coming of age type of thing. And that's all very moving and very nice. Okay, I missed apparently. And I missed again. No, I killed him. But, like, it doesn't really matter to the story because it all took place over 100 years ago. So, whatever. But when you watch those cutscenes that aren't even part of the game, like, you don't have to watch the cutscenes to finish the game. Weird choice on their part. When you watch them all, it's a very moving story, really. Like, it really is very, like, oh, hello. You watch it, and I at least started to sort of tear up towards the end with all the, like, despair that she's feeling and how helpless and alone she is and all this kind of stuff. It's very, like, Zelda, it's okay, I'm here for you type of feeling, you know? Where did that one go that I didn't end up being able to... Was it this one? Yes. Okay, cool. Gotta keep track of that. But yeah, it sort of feels like... because the plot of Zelda is sort of set in stone, like, Zelda only has one plot across all the games, which is there's a hero, there's a princess, there's an evil guy who kidnaps the princess or, like, puts the princess in danger or whatever. That's it. That is the plot of every single Zelda game, for the most part. You have some exceptions and some interesting ones in there. Especially like the DS ones sort of went crazy with it and just did whatever they wanted. But those were more silly. There was no like seriousness to the plot so much. You know, Twilight Princess had a very serious sort of situation. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Nintendo's actually done a pretty good job at making the Zelda games interesting despite the plot. Oh God. I don't want to mess with you guys. I'm just going to let you do your thing. Yeah, cool beans. They've done a good job at making interesting plots and sort of interesting characters and this sort of thing, while at the same time sort of reusing everything every single time and never doing anything crazy new. But I just wonder how long they can keep that up. Oh, well, I'm not even going to go over there. I'm just going to shoot it from here. I try to use up my arrows at the same sort of rates. And there we go. Wahaha. Bye-bye. Okay. So yeah, I am really interested to see what the next Zelda looks like. Because this, Breath of the Wild, has done such a good job of sort of becoming Zelda. Like, when people think of Zelda right now, they think of this. Like, this is sort of... This has been a huge success. And so it just makes me wonder whether they're going to stick to this style, not only gameplay-wise, but aesthetic-wise. It's a very... I just don't know how much they could change the aesthetic, really. Just based on the physics-basedness and, like, all that kind of stuff. You can't really do the painterly style of Skyward Sword or the cartoony style of Wind Waker with such an open world. I think the filters and the shaders and all that, they don't really do well. Did I seriously miss that? Really? Really? Wow. I must have just thought they were walls and not, like, things that I needed to mess with, I guess? I missed. Now I have to deal with them. Get hit. You, sir, have tested my patience. And now you die. That time I hit him. How did I miss this? I was just here. And like I swear I ran all over this area. But apparently not. Because wow. This is glaring error on my part. Alright. This goes right. Yeah. I'm interested to see if anyone has any theories on what sort of aesthetic the next Zelda game is going to have. Because, I mean, they've done a very good job in the past of surprising us. But with the release and success of this game, it seems unlikely that they'll go too far off script. You know? Because, like, with Ocarina of Time, of course, was a huge success. And that's why they made Majora's Mask, which looked exactly like Ocarina of Time. But then Majora's Mask was sort of, you know, so-so in terms of reception, as I understand it. I could be wrong. Wow, that is more precarious than usual. And that's why they changed it up, right? That's why they changed it up so much with Wind Waker. They wanted to try something new with it. You know, the Ocarina of Time style was sort of played out. So, here comes something brand new. Namely, Wind Waker. And then Wind Waker, also not very well received. People didn't like the childishness at the time. Obviously, people love it now, but it's sort of after the fact. And so, here comes Twilight Princess. Very different. Fairly well received, as I understood it. Then Skyward Sword has its own sort of style. I don't really know. Since Majora's Mask, they haven't repeated a style in a console game. Obviously, you have the DS Zeldas, where they sort of redid the Toon style. And the DS, you know, the DS games have been Toon style, Toon universe for quite some time. I guess they went off of it for Link Between Worlds, but Link Between Worlds was sort of a special case because it was an obvious Link to the Past successor. But like we haven't Link to the Past or Link Between Worlds was interesting because it was clearly a direct sequel to Link to the Past. it was in the same world at the very least. You'd say that much. I wonder if they're gonna do something like that again. You know, I'd be interested to see if they do anything like that with like Oracles, Awakenings, the original. Like, I would be very interested because, you know, very recently they released the Metroid 2 remake. And like there was Return of Samus, which I think was a Metroid, Super Metroid remake. Return of Samus, is that right? Am I completely off on that? Or not Return of Samus. Sorry, Zero Mission. Wasn't Zero Mission a remake of like some Zelda? Or some Metroid? I could be wrong about that. Whatever. Point being, Nintendo has remade a Metroid game. Completely redone it. You know, it's the same game, but it looks very different. There's different mechanics even. Like, it's a complete remake. Or remaster? No, remake. It's a remake of the game. So I'd be interested to see if they would do that with Legend of Zelda games. Because, as far as I know, they've not done any remakes. They've done some remasterings. You know, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask both got the 3DS versions. Which was cool. Oh, here we go. Missed these somehow. You know, I really appreciated those, and I played them, of course, and enjoyed them, and all the extra content. You know, you got like the master mode and all that stuff. But they haven't done any remakes, and I don't know how well a remake would even be received, or like if people would even like it. Like, I wonder if they would ever remake A Link Between. Was that a treasure chest I just saw? Because if so, that's a problem. I'm gonna have to look at that. A remake of the Zelda games, right? Of any Zelda game. Like, I wonder if they would ever do a remake of A Link to the Past in the style of A Link Between Worlds, right? Because they have the same sort of look, purposefully, but the graphics are, of course, completely revamped. I guess it would be more of a remaster at that point, though. I don't know. I think a remake of the original Zelda as like a 3D Zelda would be super cool. Like, I think that would be awesome. I would be super into that, personally. It would be difficult, and it would require a lot of changes, of course. I mean, that's why it's a remake. Not like did I see a treasure chest over here? Did I see that wrong? Could have sworn when I teleported just now I saw a treasure chest on the map. I think I was hallucinating. Which is good, because I don't want there to be any treasure chests on the map. I need it to all be swords. So, yeah. When I first looked up the Korok seed thing, I was marking them as treasure chests, because that made the most sense. But then I needed to count them. I needed to count how many I had out there to make sure I had enough. And it was really difficult to tell which ones I'd counted and which ones I hadn't. So I went through and changed each treasure chest to a sword, and I would count it whenever I would do that. That way I would know which ones I'd counted and which ones I hadn't. So if there was a treasure chest on the map, that would imply that there was one I hadn't counted, which would be a problem, considering I counted 65, and that's how many there should be. That made me so happy. You have no idea how relieved I was when the numbers added up on this. I don't know what I would have done if I'd gotten through the map and, like, marked them all, and I had, like, one fewer than what I needed. I would be very upset. Understandably so. It took me, like, a solid 3 or 4 hours, just to mark them all. Like, to go through my map and mark them. Let alone doing what I'm doing now, which is going through and actually finding them. Once again, I apologize for how long this is. Did not expect it to take this long. But I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. And I hope this is helpful to some people. Of course, I'm sure if you're looking for Korok seeds, if you're looking for like a Korok seed guide, first of all, I'm sure there are better ones out there. And second of all, I'm sure you've muted me by now, because you probably just want to see me get Korok seeds and don't really care about my ramblings. And I don't blame you. You know? I don't blame you. It's exactly what I would do. Have you ever done that? I feel like that's a common thing in the gamer world, where you're looking for what is essentially a walkthrough, right? You want to find something that will get you through a certain part of a game or tell you how to play you know, a certain thing, that's what you're looking for. And what you end up finding is a Let's Play. Because Let's Players are more fun. And just more common in general than walkthrough videos. Walkthrough videos are strange to me. Because it implies sort of immediately that the person doing the walkthrough video has already played the game once. So they're literally just doing the video for the sake of showing other people how it's done. I don't know if I could take it. You know, the reason I enjoy doing these videos is because it's my first time doing it, and I'm sort of doing it for myself as well. Right? Like, I haven't found all these Korok seeds yet. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not just doing this to show everyone else how to find Korok seeds. That's just sort of like an added bonus. But yeah, so I would imagine once I post these, there's going to be quite a few people watch them who are not looking for a Let's Play and will therefore just mute me. And that's okay. I forgive them. They'll never know that I forgive them or that I was even upset or aware of it because they won't have listened to this. But I forgive them. Forgiveness is important. For happiness. Man, ooh, hello. What a weirdly grassy area. I haven't really checked. Are all the Korok areas like grassy like this? Like even in the desert and stuff? Are they always plant related? I don't think so. I think sometimes they're just in the middle of nowhere. Which is fine. What was I talking about? Wait, did I not get that one? Okay, I guess I'll head over that way. I can't wait. If I keep doing these, I'm sure it'll have to happen eventually. If I just release enough videos that get enough views, someday I'll get a mean comment on one of my videos. Ah, man, I'm looking forward to that so much. Just the idea of that is hilarious to me. I feed off of that kind of thing. So I wouldn't say feed off of it. That's not really right either. Like if I get a comment that's like, man, you suck, stop living or whatever, I'm not going to be like, this makes me want to do it more. But it's definitely also not going to make me want to do it less. Like when I was in high school, you know, I was not a popular kid. I wouldn't say I was unpopular either. Like I wasn't like hated or anything. But I wasn't popular, you know? And definitely when I was in junior high, there might have been there might have been a time where I was actually just legitimately disliked by people. That is entirely possible. Trying not to die. No. Well, that works. Teehee. Oh man, that feels good. I'm not very good at that, the whole reflecting the shield of the beam thing, but I managed to do it that time. That's a thing you could do. I didn't know there was a thing you could do until I saw someone do it. I saw a video online of someone going into the big temple. I don't remember what it's called, but it's got a giant. It's over there in a canyon somewhere. It's at the end of this big old canyon. It's a big old ruin. It's got a ton of guardians in it. It's got a big old goddess statue at the end. It's where you get the original Legend of Zelda tunic after you've cleared all the shrines. But I saw this video of someone who stood in the middle of that room, right, which has a ton of guardians just pointed right at him. And by doing this trick where he switches shields after every reflect, right, because there's like a cooldown on shield reflects. So you can't just parry like nobody's business. So after every parry, right, one of the guardians would shoot at him. He'd parry it with his shield. And then he would immediately switch shields, which resets the parry. And then he would parry the next one, and then he'd parry the next, and he just kept doing that. And he parried all of them and killed all of them immediately, and it was awesome. Look it up if you've never seen it. It's a really cool thing, and something that I would never be able to do, because I'm not that talented. I just snuck around and killed them one by one, because I'm a lame-o. But yeah, when I was in high school, I was not a popular kid. And so there were times when I would get rumors spread about me. You know, people would be saying things that weren't true and, you know, not nice things. And I would love it when that would happen. Because usually, as an unpopular kid, like, you're just not even on people's radar, I guess. You know, I've never been bullied, per se, but, like, people just don't talk to you, you know? Being unpopular really isn't so much about people insulting you or people being mean to you in that way. This was the shrine I missed, by the way. This was the one shrine that I was not able to get on my own. And the reason I was not able to get it on my own is because you're supposed to... So it's covered, right? There's not a hole. There's like one of those, whatever you call it, the blow-upable rocks covering the entrance. Ah, dang it, it's raining. Ugh. And so you're supposed to basically see it from that tower over there that you saw, right? Directly across from it, there's that tower. And if you stand at the top of the tower, it's like clearly visible. But the thing is, that's really the only angle that it's visible, is from the top of that tower. And so, jeez. What happened was, this wall, this cliff, is the edge of the Tabantha region. I think it's the Tabantha region. It leads from the Tabantha region into the Hebra region. Gosh dang it. And so what basically happened was, I think, I mean, I can't say this for sure, but I'm pretty sure what happened was, I saw it from across on that tower, right, where you can see it, and it was on that cliffside, and I thought to myself, oh, that's in the next area, because it is, it's in the Tabantha region. It's not in the Hebra region. So I was like, meh. I'll explore that area when I get to the Tabantha region. You know, I don't think it's Hebra, actually. It's whatever this place is called. I don't remember. The Great Hyrule Forest is like its own little region right here. And yeah. So, I don't blow up the wall, because I'm busy exploring the Great Hyrule Forest region, not the Tabantha region. And then I end up, just by happenstance, the Tabantha region sort of ends up being one of the very last regions I explore. And so because of that, okay, it's definitely, yeah, okay. There's this one bare tree among a bunch of not bare trees. Clearly suspicious. You found me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Clearly suspicious. So yeah, I stood on that tower, saw that, didn't go explore it because it was in the next region, and then by the time I got to the Tabantha region, wow, look at me teleporting to there. By the time I got to the Tabantha region, it was too late. I had completely forgotten that existed, and I didn't see it as I was wandering around. I like that 888. It looks nice somehow. So yeah, that's the only shrine I missed. I feel pretty good about that, especially since I wouldn't have missed it if I had had the shrine beeper turned on. But yeah, in high school, whenever I would get made fun of, I just loved it. Because when people normally just aren't talking about you, when they do talk about you, even when it's something negative, it's just funny, right? It doesn't hurt, because they're not your friends. It's not like your friends are talking bad about you or like betraying you or anything. They're just these randos who are just talking about how like, did you hear about Ryan? He got a blowjob at lunch yesterday or whatever, right? Like, freaking Ryan getting head in his car, or, you know, that sort of thing. And you hear that and you're just like, haha, these people think I have sex. Haha. And it's just funny. Because they don't know you, and it's not accurate. I guess that's kind of the key. That kind of stuff only hurts or feels bad when it's either a betrayal, you know, it's something like they're your friend and they're talking bad about you and it makes you feel bad. Or it's like it's the truth, right? And they're saying something that you know is true, and you're like, oh, they're right. I do eat butt in my spare time, you know? We're almost done here, guys. We've only got 11 more to go. 11 or 12, 11. 11 more to go. And then we'll finally get the great reward that's going to be at the end of it. I mean, it's obviously going to be an amazing reward. Like, it's going to be, for this much work, it's got to be something incredible. I'm so close. And I just know that here in, 10 minutes, when I'm like 2 away, my roommates are going to walk back in. And then I will shall have to stop again. and it will be unfortunate. But it's fine, because I really need to upload the ones I've already recorded. I've yet to put up any of these. I'm probably going to put them all up at once, is my plan. But it's also now 8 o'clock on the day that I want to post them, so we'll see if it actually ends up happening. We'll see. I'm trying... I have just about the jankiest system for making thumbnails. One of these days I may actually do a video where I show my system for making thumbnails. It'll be pretty short, but I think it's worth it. Yep, this tree is clearly suspicious. Because, oh my gosh, it is the most... Oh. Or not? That tree is suspicious. No? Nothing? Okay. Is it actually just down on the ground somewhere? No? Oh, it's in a freaking grass pile. Duh. Why am I using this ridiculously good Lionel sword? Usually, I spend so long running around not in combat that I end up using the Master Sword almost exclusively. Like, by the time it breaks, and then I get into another combat, it's already recharged, and then I just use it again. But yeah, my system for making video thumbnails is I like go into my my video editor, my Elgato video recorder. I choose a random screenshot, right? I scroll through the video and find a screenshot, and then I make it a thumbnail according to the Elgato. The Elgato actually has a system where you can make a screenshot from your video a thumbnail. That then saves it in a file as a like JPEG or PNG or whatever. I take that PNG, right, because I can't edit it. I can't edit that thumbnail natively in Elgato. So I take that thumbnail and I open it up in this Painter program I have. The idea of the Painter program is that you... okay, there it is. The idea of the Painter program is that you can open up pictures, right? So it's supposed to be for landscaping, and then you can paint over it, right? It gives you a guideline. So basically, instead of having to go put your easel out somewhere and paint with it in front of you, you can sort of just naturally make the background sort of like a sketch, but with painting. That's what it's designed for. And it's digital painting, right? So you don't need any paints. There's all kinds of brushes. I don't really like digital painting. I like digital for comic type stuff. You know, if you're going to make a comic book, digital, great, good to go. But digital painting seems weird to me. Mostly, I think that's probably just due to the fact that I'm not experienced with art. I really need to take some art classes. My fundamentals are so weak that I can't do anything. Even though I have some amount of just little bits of instinctual ability with like drawing comic booky type stuff, because I've read so many comics and I've seen it so many times, I sort of know instinctually what things should look like proportionally. I can't be consistent at all. I can make like one good thing, and when I say good, it's not good. I can make one slightly above average thing. And when I say, like, what am I trying to say? I can make one thing. Do you like this? How I like open up the map for 2 seconds and then close it again? This is how I play this game. Is I open the map and then I'm like, okay, that's where I want to go, and then I close it again. It's really silly. Ah, gosh, dang it. No. 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 Jeez. Get out of my life. But yeah, digital painting. I think you'd have to know how to actually paint to do that first. And I've never... Oh, it's one of these. Okay, I need to go back to the stable. Can I ride your horse, sir? No? Alright. So it's one of those things where I need to take some art classes. There's only like 2 of these? Or 3? There's really not very many of these jumpy things. It's no wonder that I didn't know they existed. It looks like there's like at most 3 of them at this point. I need to take some art classes so that I can get my fundamentals down, so that I can make some actually okay art. Because right now my art is mediocre at best, and I have no consistency whatsoever. If I draw a character, I can draw like a character and be like, okay, this is a character that I'm happy with the way they look. But then to draw them again, but in like a different pose, or even just to draw them again in the same pose, it doesn't work out. It does not work out. All of my art is accidentally good, if it's good at all. Anyways, back to what I was talking about before I got distracted by the idea of digital painting. So yes, so I have this program that's designed for painting like backgrounds or whatever. I take the screenshot that the Elgato makes as like a PNG or whatever. I put it as the picture background, right? Because the program that does the painting, it doesn't actually care whether it's a photograph or not. It just needs to be a PNG or a JPEG. So I make that the background. It has a cloning option. I don't know why that's an option. I think it's just to get the color right. I don't really get it. But it has a cloning option where you can just make a straight cloner and you just make the photo, right? You can't just open the photo in the program. That doesn't work. But you can make the photo the background, and it just makes, when you paint, you have to actually paint it. You have to actually click and paint. But what you paint is exactly the thing that you want to paint. What you paint is exactly the background. So I do that, right? I open up the screenshot. I paint it perfectly using this straight cloning thing. And then I copy paste a different, so in a different file, I have my head saved, right? There's that head that I put on all my videos. The rain head is what I call it. I should probably call it a drug head at this point. But I take the rain head file, copy it, right? Which took a while, by the way. I had to make sure to draw it on a separate layer because otherwise it would copy the whole file. But since I have it on a separate layer, I can copy just the layer that has the rain head on it, paste it on top of the screenshot, and then adjust it however I like. You know, make it bigger, smaller, make it look weird. You know, any of that type of stuff that I feel like, what is this? This is cool. And looks like it probably has something to do with something. Maybe if I shoot a bomb arrow at it, something happens? No? Get away! Maybe I can melt it. Maybe those are ice. Why aren't you dying? Are you invincible? Ow. Apparently keys are invincible while they're asleep. Huh. There's a lot of mysterious things going on in this area. I'm not sure which of them are... Okay. Glad I happened to look up there. Yahaha. Bye-bye. But yeah, so I copy paste my rain head. Do the same thing with the numbers. So I also there's not enough text options. The editor I have doesn't have enough text options to like put edges on your text. So I had to manually go in and draw around the numbers. And of course I didn't want to have to do that every single time I made a video. So I have individual PNG files saved for every number 1 through 100. I have a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all the way up to 99th saved. On a separate disk, right? So this is where it gets even more complicated. My computer currently doesn't have space, very much space on it, like at all. My current laptop is very weak on space. And so I have these numbers saved to a separate disk. I drag them into my computer, use them, right? Use them on the thumbnail, then delete them, right? Off of the computer. They're just saved on the disk. And then copy paste them onto the thumbnail. Save it as a JPEG, because it doesn't save natively as a JPEG. It saves as a .rif file, but .rif files are too large for a YouTube thumbnail. So I save it as a .rif file. I mean a JPEG file. And then voila, I've got my YouTube thumbnail after way too much rigmarole, after way too much really poor usage of the tools that I have. I now have, what is it called? Paint Clip Studio, or whatever it's called? Clip Studio Paint? Yes. Yes, Clip Studio Paint. Which one of these is closer? Oh, probably this one. Yeah. I've got Clip Studio Paint now. It has really good text options. Like, I could totally make the numbers look the way I want in Clip Studio Paint. But it doesn't have the tracing option the way the Riff one does. So, I would have to make the thumbnail basically fully in the Riff file, save it as a JPEG, move it over into Clip Studio Paint, make the number. I would have those settings saved, of course, so I could just type literally just number 22 and that would be it. And then save that as a JPEG and then upload it. I don't know if that's really worth it. The only thing that would really gain me is color options. It would make it so that I could change the color of the numbers on each thumbnail without, without any difficulty, really. It would be pretty easy to do in that format. And that would be fun, especially for the new aesthetic that I'm going for after these next week of videos. I think it would match more to sort of have various colors instead of it always being purple with a black background. But we'll see. We'll see if I'm willing to spend that amount of time on this. I am very lazy about things, even when they're things that I want to do and I'm really into. I'm really into this. I have missed this so much, as evidenced by the fact that I'm, doing this for freaking 3 hours straight. I really miss this. I hope you guys are enjoying it too, now that I'm back. Oh, nope, it's definitely this one. Give me the ding. Yeah, boy. So there's your little sneak peek into how I make thumbnails. It's a bad process. I also kind of want to redraw that head. Kind of don't like the way that it looks right now. Might have a friend redraw it. Who knows? Wow, I'm so close. There's this one. That one, which is the fruit one that I have to wait on. This one's not a fruit one, is it? No. And then those two. I've got 4 left, guys. Ah, we're so close. We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna make it happen. Homestuck reference. I've been rereading Homestuck for like the 5th time. That says something. I don't reread things very often, especially not comics, especially not web comics, but Homestuck, man, has a way with words and jokes, humor. It speaks to me. I really hope I can go to bed at a reasonable time tonight. Ugh. This 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. sleep schedule is not worth the pain it causes. Oh, I've got church tomorrow. Never mind. Church saves the day. I'll have to wake up early for church. I'll make myself get up for it. It probably won't be too difficult to get up for it, honestly. When you've been sleeping from 2 to 4, that really just means you've been getting way too much sleep. And so it ends up being easy, relatively speaking, to wake up early just because you've been getting too much sleep. Even though your body won't wake itself up on its own. You know what? I'm going to rescue this lady. I've decided I'm going to be a good Samaritan and save her life. There you go. Yeah, it's just gone now. She is constantly being chased by stuff. You will find her on this bridge being chased by a monster every single evening. It's really quite sad. She should really learn to not run around dangerous locations like this. Wow, it's a lot of explosive barrels for some reason. Oh, that's the reason. Bomb arrows it is. And dead. And dead. Alright, he drowned. Drowning people's the best. Don't take that out of context. Actually, do take that out of context. Please spread the rumor that I, as a person, enjoy drowning human beings. You know, Watergate. Good stuff. That makes me think of, oh, these 3 trees I didn't recognize as being in a row because they were among so many other trees. So you know the song, Sweet Home Alabama? I don't know why I'm asking this as if you can answer, and also like anyone wouldn't know the song. I just heard something. It was Sweet Home Alabama. So there's that part when it goes, Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you, or tell me true, right? That part. For the longest time, I thought it said when I'm gay. So like, when I'm gay, it does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you? And I was like, oh, okay, wow. All right, you know, he likes to be gay sometimes. That's cool. Not at all what it said. Definitely surprised me. I'm pretty sure Guitar Hero was what eventually told me. You know, Rock Band, where singing the vocals on that song was what eventually informed me of the fact that it's definitely Watergate. Watergate is the thing that does not bother him. Not being gay. Being gay probably wouldn't bother him either. But Watergate is what he's talking about. Not bothering him. 3 more to go. 4 more to go. Oh no. Oh no. That says 4 more to go. Where's the 4th one? Were there 4 swords on that map? Did you guys see? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, now I'm worried. Now I am concerned. This is doing me a frighten. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, good. There's one down here. Whew! That's the one I was missing. Whew! Oh, man. That's awesome, though. I'm so happy that, got a hair in my mouth. So happy that the numbers added up correctly. Hello, giant pile of burned guardians. I'm gonna finish this game. It's gonna make me so happy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Actually, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with myself. I'm gonna go to Walmart, get myself a Nintendo gift card, and get the downloadable content. And it's gonna be glorious. This always bothered me, okay? So there's these lamps, right? There's all these lamps, and there's this fire right here, right? And the goal is to get the fire from one side of the ravine to the other, to light the furnace on the other side so you can get the ancient materials, right? Cool stuff. But there are like all these lamps that are supposed to basically help you get. Did I not do this? Really? Alright. Wait, no. No. This is something different. This is something else entirely. So there's all these... What am I looking for here? Mysterious. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, there's all those lamps down the hillside. And, the thing is, as a completionist, my instinct was to light them all, right? Light all the lamps and surely something will happen. Well, guess what? Nothing freaking happens. You light all the lamps, and that's just it. The lamps are lit. Good job, I guess. Because none of those lamps were lit originally. I lit them all. They stayed lit. But it just apparently has nothing to do with anything. So, you know, it's slightly upsetting. I think this one might be a chaser. Where you have to, like, make it across the ravine. Because it's definitely got nothing to do with these rocks. These rocks you roll down, to a place over there. Yeah, that, right there. And as you can see, sort of, I've already got that Korok seed. I guess I'll explore a little bit here. I won't give up just yet. I'll explore. See what I can see. This is one of the last ones. Don't wanna be a pansy about it, you know. Hello. Can I get a little bit of a help here? Can I get a... Yeah, I know you see me, Lionel. Don't worry, you're gonna die real fast. I do not want to fight you. Nice! I thought I missed, but I hit him in the foot, apparently. And he got sucked up, taken away. It looked very painless, actually. That looked very humane, if I do say so myself. See, there's all those rocks up there, right? Oh, I hear a dragon. Where is it? Yeah, there he is. Dinral, way up there. I don't think it has anything to do with those rocks. I'm pretty sure those are... Oh, I wonder if it's on this tree or around this tree? There might be a, like, ready, set, go type of thing. But I thought I got the ready, set, go one. That was like a thing that I did. What could it be? See, this feels wrong. I feel like I'm way too far away. And like they wouldn't make one of those running things take this much effort. I've been wrong before, though. And see, definitely I got a rock in that. And that was a whole thing. Completely separate from anything else. Okay, yeah, see. The thing's got to be in sight. Past this, it's going to be out of sight. Maybe it's on the other cliff side? That's possible. Maybe I should look on top of the lamp. That could be it. Whee! Gentle floating. Yeah. Howl all you want. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run away. Chase me all you want. I'm just gonna run. Oh, that's cool. The shadow. What is that even? Oh, it's a shadow of Dinral. I was like, the heck? That's cool. Flying in front of the moon over there. Where's even the light source that is making that shadow? That's crazy. Weird light source. Those mazes look so cool from a distance. So interesting to think about the... Like, who made that maze? Like these ancient people who supposedly made all this stuff. And it's like the whole lore of the game. It's very, very, very strange to think about. Okay, where is this thing? Did I just miss like a flower? Or like a sparkle? Is that all this is? Am I making this way more complicated than it needs to be? Sort of seems that way, doesn't it? Hello? Mr. Korok, sir. Can I help you? Can I free you from this mortal coil? I mean, irksome confinement? That makes it seem worse, right? Mortal coil also sounds bad, though. Like, mortal coil sounds like something you want to be released from. Like, I don't want a mortal coil. I mean, I do, but it sounds like I don't. If you were to come up to me when I was 5 and be like, would you like a mortal coil? Actually, I'd probably be like, heck yeah, sounds awesome. Mortal coil? Is that like a combat game? Is that a fighter? Is that a video game? Is that a Pokemon? Mortal coil? Is that a Pokemon move? Yeah, I'm kind of stuck here, in case you couldn't tell. Not sure what I'm missing here. We got those rocks. We got these rocks. I'm wondering if it's a flowery one. Or there's like a yellow flower somewhere I'm missing. And that's what's going on. I really shouldn't use these arrows as willy-nilly as I am. But, it's kind of too convenient to pass up. I feel like it might be a flower. It could be one where the flower starts somewhere else and it sort of leads me slowly. Because it doesn't, because the flower ones, you know, the platform ones, you have to be able to see where you're going. That's not the case with the flower ones. The flower ones, you can end up in a place completely separate from where you started. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see any, like, leaf piles. That's another thing that I need to look out for here. I don't see any balloons, like, hiding in the treetops or anything. Stumped. Heckin' stumped, bro. Hello, birds. Can you please lead me to... No? They ran away from me. They were afeared. I put the fear of God in them. And by God, I mean me. Ha 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 ha. My plan, after I finish this, which will hopefully be soon, if I can find this freaking thing. My plan after I finish this is to go ahead and fight Ganon again. just to show you guys how freaking OP I am. But we'll see if I actually do. I might do that after I finish all the DLC. Because, I don't want to do another dose of Korok hunting. And I don't want to make fighting Ganon a separate dose. So I think I'll do that after I do all the DLC. Okay, I'm going to look up where exactly this is. And hopefully that'll help me out here. Okay, it's in Akala. It's up here. It's this one. Should be, according to this, it should be right here. Right here. I found a better map that sort of gets you closer, but isn't as interactive. Where is it? I don't see anything. Oh. There it is. Jeez. I completely have... Surrounding the brown leaves by brown grass. That's a mean thing to do. Legend of Zelda. Breath of the Wild. This is cruel. Cruel and unusual. Okay. So, I mean, there's one more? No, there's two more. There's this one. Keep forgetting about this one. It's sort of hidden by Goron City over there. Alright, two more to go. One of them's that fruit one, though. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I may have to record that separately. Or just not record it. But no, I want to... Wait. That says I have 3 more to go. Did I leave one behind there in the Akala region? I did, didn't I? That's fine. That's fine. It added up right a while ago. I'm sure it's fine. Don't make me hyperventilate like that, game. Oh man, it's so hot. Suddenly. Shemosa. I'm starting to feel the typical effects of having recorded for too extended a period of time. Namely, I'm hot because the air conditioner's been off. I'm hungry because it's supper time. Haven't hit really good tired levels. If anything, I'm less tired because I had a pop when I started this whole situation. I say pop. I always forget. You know, when people ask that question of like, you know, do you say soda or pop or like blib or Coke? You know, it's like a regional thing. I always forget which one I say. Like when people would ask that question, I just kind of be like, I don't freaking know. I don't remember. You know, it's such a thing I do not think about on any sort of regular basis when I say it. But recently I've sort of remembered to think about it, and so now, whoop, did not mean to drop that. Now I know. I definitely say pop. Which is, I guess, a Midwest thing. Maybe it's a Southern thing. Oklahoma is some weird combination of things that are Southern things and things that are Midwestern things. Like, I don't think sweet tea is as much of a Midwesty thing as it is a Southern thing, but the heck if everyone in Oklahoma doesn't drink sweet tea. Because they do. And I am pretty okay with them. I might go get a sweet tea after I'm done with this, you know? Just as a little reward for completing the game. For completing completing all this searchy goodness. I'm climbing on... Are the Gorons just okay with this? Me defacing the statue of their great and glorious leader or whatever? Just crawling all over it? Like, if this was Korea, I would have been shot so many times by now. So many times. Like, they don't even let you take pictures of their statues unless you get all of the statue. I am taking this information from a game that I probably shouldn't trust for informational purposes. But, from what I've heard, in order to take a picture of one of their statues, of their glorious leader types, the entire statue has to be in frame. If it's not, it's not allowed. You have to delete the picture, or you'll get arrested. North Korea. This is all North Korean stuff, I should specify. I actually have a friend who recently moved to South Korea. Congratulations to her on achieving her dreams. Hopefully I will join her. I'm planning on going to Japan this summer. Not sure if that's going to happen yet, but I am hopeful for it, and I'm really looking forward to the idea. You know, I am absolutely that much of a weeb that going to Japan greatly appeals to me. I've been practicing my Japanese. I've gotten okay at it. I'm still not very good, but I'm not, like, I should not use... That was a cluster of bad things happening. A cluster bump. I'm not sure what the nice equivalent of that phrase is, but a cluster bump. Sure, why not? That was a disaster, was what it was. I don't know what really even happened. I guess I knocked a bomb arrow and then whistled before I could shoot it. And therefore it just exploded in my face, apparently, is what happened there. What am I looking for? This may be one where I need a closer... This area is complicated enough that I need a better idea of where exactly this is. Oh. Apparently, that is pretty much exactly where it is. It's got too many layers, man. All these layers. I can't tell which layer it's supposed to be on. Is it here? Is it this layer? No? Is it like above me? It's like a balloon? What's happening? It's got to be below me, right? I've already explored that area fully. It's got to be like under his arm. No, see, now I'm way too far off. Maybe it's like... Okay. Oh, it's like right under his teeth. I bet it's on his face. Yeah, that seems likely. I wish I could wear my climbing outfit, but it's not really an option. Ah, dang it. I fall off of his face. It's gotta be on his face. For his face to be right there, and for there to be a Korok seed right there, there's no way that's not what's happening. Ah. Rivali's Gale, let's do it. After I regain my stamina. Okay, this isn't really where I want it to be. I want it to be on the face. Gosh dang it, where am I? Ugh, I'm so turned around. The hunger's getting to me. Okay, here we go. Where is the face? There's the face. There we go. That's gotta be it. It's clearly in here. Ah, yeah. See, this is a clever one that I should have gotten. Like, I should have known there'd be something in his mouth. How do you feel about this? First of all, why are you not on fire? Everything else that's made of wood catches fire in this area. Except for the Koroks. They're, like, immune to everything. Okay, so yeah, there's the one I didn't get. That's also near this area. And then it will be finally time for the final Korok seed. Otamashimi ni. That means look forward to it. Maybe in Japanese. I know a lot of, like, anime phrases, unfortunately. And, like, entertainment phrases. Like, toyuakere, which means, like, that being said. It's basically something YouTubers say a lot. Because they'll, like, say something and then it'll be time for their main part. It's like American YouTubers are always saying things like, that being said, or like, without further ado, you know, it's that sort of phrase. Toyuakere. I'm probably not even pronouncing it right, but they say it all the time. And thus I have it memorized. La 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 la. Oh man. The only part of this game that I really enjoyed fully, obviously I enjoyed the Divine Beast to a certain extent, but knowing that there were only 4 of them, and not to mention at a certain point, some of them I felt like just weren't very good. Like the bird, I just didn't care about. The camel, I did. The elephant still felt cool, but I think that's literally just because it was the first one. You know? The elephant was the first Divine Beast I did, so I still enjoyed it. The fire one was good too. But the other 2, I'd been playing the game long enough that they just didn't even feel like a challenge or anything. They just felt dumb, basically. But the reason I was going to say, the thing about this game that I enjoyed the most, by far, was the Hyrule Castle at the end. Hyrule Castle was cool. Like, just straight up awesome. I really enjoyed it. Pretty sure my roommate's back. I hear him outside the window. Tee-hee-hee. Let's be quiet. He'll never know we're here. Just kidding. I'm so close to being done, though, but I'll probably have to record this separately. So we'll just say, depending on what these trees look like. Are you respawned? Nope, not respawned. No, they are respawned. Yes. No. Yes? No. No, they are not respawned. Okay. Well. Dang. On your next dose of acid rain, these trees will have respawned. I will get my very last Korok seed, and then go get my reward. See you then. Bye. Haha, psych! I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I thought I would make this an entire separate dose. Just tack it on the end of the other dose, because this is going to take all 5 seconds. So I went and waited around a really long time. I ate dinner. No longer hungry, so that's nice. Feeling good. Feeling good, and about to finish this up. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I thought I was going to make this an entire separate thing. Like, there's hardly anything left to do. I still don't really know what caused these to spawn. There was no blood moon. It wasn't... Oh, okay. I kind of skipped that message because I didn't expect it to be there, but it told me I found all the Korok seeds and to go see the dude. Alright, great. Yeah, I literally just went over here to Goron Place and waited for like a bunch of days. Turning the game on and off did nothing. Like, it didn't help. Didn't fix it. And there was no blood moon. So I don't know what makes fruit respawn. It's just random, kind of. Waiting definitely helped, though. I definitely just waited a whole bunch, and that's what did it. So, oh, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for the completely anticlimactic reward I'm about to get. It's gonna be amazingly terrible. I just love how it had that tiny message where it's like, you got them all. That's nice that it did that, because I guess technically if you're not the kind of person to look things up, you wouldn't know when you got them all or not. Yay! Ketsu, or whatever the frick your name was. Talk to me. You giant man. Speak to me, I did a thing. Hello. Ah, man, the frame rate drops so much when you're in this forest. Hello, Hetsu. Hey, guess what? Oh, the tourist children returned to Korok Forest. No, they didn't. They're just hanging out in the fields. What are you talking about? You must have had an army of people searching for them, huh? Nope, just me, and also the internet. No way! Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice. I like how he says nice that way. I like how they didn't just make it a bunch of eyes. They made it like nice. You maxed all your stashes, so let me give you this. Heck yes. A gift of friendship given to you by Hestu. It smells pretty bad. I got golden feces. So, do you like it? No. I hope you still visit me. You can watch me dance whenever you want. Shalaka. And that's the game, folks. I did it. I spent well over 400 hours to get a golden piece of crap. But I've done it. The screen is full. All the things are gotten. Adventure log. All of the quests are cleared. I got all the memories, of course. That's part of the quest as well. And yeah, if I destroy Ganon, everything will be finished. But instead of destroying Ganon, on your next dose, first of all, let me just talk to this guy again. If you have Hashtu's gift, dance with me. What dance should we do? Ooh, there's different dances. Let's do a bow stash dance. Dance party. Yay, did a dance. Shikao, that was fun. Okay, then bye. So first, before I end this, I just want to check on something. He said that all the Koroks were gone. He said they returned to Korok Forest. I'm curious to see whether that's actually the case. So we're going to fly out and see what's happening. But that pretty well concludes it. I've done it. I earned that golden piece of garbage. It's what I deserve. Probably. It feels right. Just Nintendo. throwing it in your face. It's kind of shocking. So it's a little bit like, wow, Nintendo really went there. They really just, like, basically said to completionists, like, screw you, man. Y'all don't, you know, screw you guys. You don't know how to enjoy a game or whatever. And they're right. They're completely right about that. But still stings. And smells, apparently. Apparently it smells bad. So I would imagine that Hestu literally just crapped that out right there in front of me. I was just standing there and he was like, here's a gift of friendship. And then there it was. And then there was the friendship. Tweehee. Yep, nope. These guys are still just here. They did not return to the forest at all. Oh well. On your next dose of Acid Rain, it will be a year in the past. Because I will be posting those Captain Toad videos from a year ago. And then after that, who knows? Anything could happen. But regardless, I will see you then. Bye.